Right now, the US antitrust watchdog is taking Meta to court. Why? They're accusing Meta of being a monopoly and crushing its competition. The Federal Trade Commission wants Meta to sell off Instagram and WhatsApp. But why does this matter to you? And what happens if Meta gets broken up?
Today, the Federal Trade Commission authorized a complaint alleging that Facebook has engaged in an anti-competitive course of conduct to illegally maintain its monopoly position.
The FTC first filed this case back in 2020. At first, the judge dismissed it, but now it's moving forward because of new evidence. On Monday, the long-awaited trial kicked off with a testimony by Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg. The FTC says Meta bought Instagram in 2012 and WhatsApp in 2014 to eliminate them as potential rivals. The evidence? Emails in which Zuckerberg sees the apps as a threat to Facebook. And this Tuesday, one day after the trial started, Zuckerberg admitted he bought Instagram because it was the better camera app. Nevertheless, Meta called the whole case weak and argued they're far from being a monopoly, pointing to a lot of other companies they see as rivals. But
the way that the FTC defines competition is different from the way that Meta defines it. The FTC is defining it more narrowly so that basically only a few companies like Snapchat are considered rivals. Meta is saying that their rivals include YouTube and TikTok and even Apple's iMessage.
The trial is expected to last several weeks, and at the end, a judge will decide if Meta was breaking antitrust laws or not. But why should we even care? Here's how Meta's powerful position affects you. Firstly, worse products. When there's no competition, companies don't have to try as hard. Some say Instagram and WhatsApp got worse after Meta bought them. In a move to maximize profits, they added more ads and weakened privacy protections. Secondly, data privacy. Meta collects a lot of your data, and they share it between their platforms. In 2016, for example, WhatsApp began sharing user data with Facebook. Initially, users could opt out. That option has since been removed basically everywhere except in the EU, which has strong data protection laws. Syncing data from different platforms can paint a pretty detailed profile of you, and even if you don't have anything to hide, are you comfortable with giving that much of your information to a huge company? Thirdly, shaping public opinion. Social media is the main way we consume news nowadays. If those channels are all in the hands of one company, they can pretty much control or at least heavily influence public discourse, pushing certain content, restricting other. On top of that, Meta has been influenced by politics. To stay on good terms with Trump, they stopped fact-checking posts in the US and scrapped some moderation rules. That made it easier for false information to spread and expose minorities to hate speech. If the trial finds Meta guilty of being a monopoly, the judge will rule on how to deal with that.
This is a really important trial for Meta and also for the tech industry as a whole. It really will test how much the FTC will go up against big tech companies that have come to dominate our lives.
The FTC wants to force Meta to sell Instagram and WhatsApp. How would this affect us? Breaking up the tech giant could lead to increased competition and innovation. New apps and ideas could pop up. To keep their users, the now independent WhatsApp and Instagram might develop unique features. Instead of being part of one big parent company, they might go back to their roots. WhatsApp could focus on secure private messaging, and Instagram could be all about photos again. But of course, having separate apps again would have consequences as well. Easily sharing content across platforms or using synced logins? Probably not. Also, your contacts and friends might be using different platforms. You'd need multiple profiles to check on everyone. So, do you think breaking up Meta is a good idea anyway? Let us know.